repurposed the filters from the large pond because I've got rid of the large pond, using too much water in these days. So what I've done, I've taken a tank, which I had, it's a plastic tank, and I've cut around the top bit and then cut that bit into a V so that I can make the bit for the water to come out of. I cut a diamond there because I thought it looked quite pretty. This I'm going to put the irises into because the old dog's bed that I had for it was just disintegrating in the sun. So I had the spare bits from the large pond which I didn't want. So what I've done, the pipe, I've put it into the water bowl. I cut a round hole, so I'm mucking around with a round hole, and then I fold the hole to size. So then I've sealed it with a silicone sealant. I'm hoping that'll be enough for it, we'll soon find out. And the smaller hole that I had feed in the dog's bed before, let's go around to the thing, you can see it. I've got the water going into the pond because the silicone sealant's got a cure for 48 hours. So, the larger hole, as you can see, I've got silicone sealant around it, inside and outside. I'm hoping that holds. If it doesn't, then I can do something to strengthen it. That's alright, it's next door's child, he's a bit noisy. And I got a plug for the smaller hole. This is part of a motorcycle kit for keeping the exhausts clean when you're washing it. And it's a tape plug. I'm going to climb over here now. So I put that in from the inside out, and then I sealed that with silicone sealant once again. So hopefully this will be watertight, and I don't intend to move it all. So I've dried it all out, washed it round, cleaned it all out. You have to get special sealant for aquariums. So the trouble is that the normal silicone sealants are very much cheaper. They have fungicide in them, and that's poisonous to the fish. So you have to get special aquarium grade silicone sealant. But be careful if you try to do that. I've got an old bit of pipe there, and that's really had it. I've got some more hose, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace that pipe with the hose that I've got, and then I'm going to cut a little hole into the side of this, because I had it before, I had it with that there. That's not very good, so I'll cut a hole into it, file it to size, and then put the hose through into it. So hopefully that'll give me a better method of delivering the water into the water butt, which is a trickle filter. I've taken all the media out of the trickle filter for the moment, so the water's just going into the pond from this hose. So after 48 hours I can put all the irises and all the filter media back into this butt, and then I can put water back into it from the hose and then run it through. Hopefully if it doesn't leak, then it should be alright, because once the water goes in it, it's so heavy that it's not going to move. So what I did, to cut the hole, I put the tank right next to it, and I drew around it with a biro, and then what I did, I chain drilled it inside all the biro holes, and then because it's plastic I could use the drill like a milling cutter to just make it go between the holes, and then file it out. And I used this because I couldn't take any of the pipe out, to use it as a gauge, but this is the same diameter as the pipe. Just luckily it happened to be lying around the same diameter as the pipe, so I was able to use that to gauge the hole as I filed it, so the hole came out quite round. So everything's in a state of being sealed at the moment, and hopefully I'll be able to make another video showing the before and after when it's up and working. But and there's the lemon in the lemon tree, doing quite well. I repotted this rose because that wasn't doing very well. I pruned it back hard, repotted it, put fertiliser in the soil as well, because they use up the nutrients, and if you use compost on it, whatever you use on it, it'll only last about 2 years or so, so you have to repot it. So that's what I've been doing lately, very busy. That and playing this annoying game called Tropical Merge. Goodness sake, if you start playing Tropical Merge, realise that it's an incredible time waster, and yeah, I wouldn't start it. I hope you like the video.